magic, especially dark magic.
Horcruxes is one of the most fascinating subjects in Harry Potter. The Gaunt's Ring is the Horcrux that amazes me the most, due to containing the Resurrection Stone inside, two ancient valuable objects, placed in one piece. How and why they were placed together is unknown. The stone happened to be one of the Deathly Hallows of legend, and had the symbol of the Deathly Hallows engraved on its surface. The ring eventually ended up in the hands of Albus Dumbledore. That's why in today's video we'll be discussing why Dumbledore never used the Resurrection Stone, why he never considered it an opportunity to meet his family once again. The ring story begins and ends with its black stone. The stone was first owned by Cadmus Peverell, the middle brother. The stone continued to be passed down the family line. At some point, it was placed into a gold setting and made into a ring. The ring was an heirloom of descendants of Salazar Slytherin himself. The ring continued to be passed down the family line, eventually ended up in the hands of the Gaunt family, aka Voldemort's family. The ring was taken from Morphin Gaunt by Voldemort himself when he returned to Little Hangleton to seek out his family. Voldemort took the ring with him back to Hogwarts after framing Morphin for the murder of the Riddle family, and later used the murder of his father Tom Riddle Sr. by the Killing Curse to turn the ring into his Horcrux. After that, he lost interest in wearing it any longer and chose to return it to the very place he had stolen it from, the Gaunt Shack. He placed the ring inside a golden box and hid it beneath the shack's floorboards. He then set up many protective enchantments to prevent outsiders from entering the shack and finding the ring. In his entire time of possessing the ring, Riddle either never knew its powers or status at the Resurrection Stone, or simply didn't have any use for it as he feared the dead and didn't wish to bring back anyone. In 1996, Albus Dumbledore continued investigating Riddle's obsession with immortality and suspected correctly that Riddle had created up to 6 Horcruxes. Dumbledore suspected that a good place to look for one of Riddle's Horcruxes would be the Gaunt Shack. Considering its importance to Riddle's past, Dumbledore traveled to Little Hangleton and found the remains of the shack, hidden amongst many weeds and brush. Dumbledore succeeded in passing through enchantments protecting the shack and discovered the golden box holding the ring beneath the shack's floorboards. He brought the sword of Godric's Gryffindor with him, as it now had the power to destroy Horcruxes. However, Dumbledore recognized the symbol of the Deathly Hallows on the ring's black stone and recognized it as the Resurrection Stone, something for which Dumbledore had searched for the greater part of his life. It was Dumbledore's big plan with Grindelwald to collect the Deathly Hallows. With now the stone in his hands, why didn't Dumbledore use the Resurrection Stone? Why he didn't use it to see his parents and Ariana, his sister, that he was responsible for her death? Well, he actually tried to, hoping to revive his dead family members, completely forgetting that the ring was a Horcrux. He disregarded the ring's status as a Horcrux and put it on. This enacted the ring's deadly curse and began to quickly spread through Dumbledore's body, starting with the hand on which he had put the ring, because Voldemort places a powerful curse on the ring, one that would quickly lead to the death of the ring's wearer. After Dumbledore returned to Hogwarts, he used Godric's Gryffindor sword to crack the Resurrection Stone so as to destroy it as a Horcrux. While this act did destroy the ring, it didn't stop the fatal curse. The curse gave Dumbledore's hand a black look. Severus Snape managed to stop the curse in his right hand, but warned him that he had only a year to live. Of course, many readers can relate to Dumbledore's desire to meet his loved ones again, but would it be worth bringing back absent family members if they weren't truly happy, or would it help with the grief if they were brought back for a short time? Some people would say that he can see her sister and talk to her in her portrait. Well, legend had it that the stone would bring back loved ones from the dead, and Albus assumed that they would come back alive physically. So he thought that using the stone would be a better way to speak to her rather than a portrait. It's similar to the way Harry spoke to his loved ones in the Deathly Hallows movie. It was more realistic and not only physical. The stone's power of bringing the dead ones to life is not even close to the Mirror of Erised. Dumbledore had already experienced it and deduced that, although he lied to Harry claiming that he only saw a pair of socks, Dumbledore at that point realized that there is no need to use the stone. He realized he was unworthy to possess the Hallows and had to stop chasing them and work more on helping the Wizarding world than gaining power. This is why he gives Harry the invisibility cloak after borrowing it from James Potter before his death. So the desire to get obsessed with the ring and the stone is now gone. I picked it up and put it on, and for a second I imagined that I was about to see Ariana and my mother and my father, and to tell them how very sorry I was. I was such a fool, Harry. After all these years I had learned nothing. I wasn't worthy to unite the Deathly Hallows. I have proved it time and again, and here was final proof. After the Horcrux was destroyed, Dumbledore continued to wear the ring for several more days. He mostly wore it when he picked up Harry from Privet Drive and took him to persuade Horace Slughorn to teach at Hogwarts. As long as Dumbledore didn't use the Resurrection Stone, he thought of someone else who could use it at the exact right moment: Harry. Before his death at Snape's hands, Dumbledore magically sealed the Crux's Resurrection Stone inside the snitch that Harry had caught at his first ever Quidditch match by accidentally swallowing it. Dumbledore wrote, "I open at the close," to indicate that it would only open and yield the Resurrection Stone when Harry was about to accept death at the hands of Voldemort. After Dumbledore's death, Rufius Scrimgeour delivered the snitch to Harry, along with other possessions left to Ron and Hermione. Immediately before he surrendered to Voldemort, Harry placed the snake to his lips and whispered, "I'm about to die," and it opened. Harry then used the Resurrection Stone to bring back the spirit of James, Lily, Sirius, and Remus. They captured Harry as he walked toward his supposed death, and shielded Harry from the effect of the Dementors guarding the Death Eaters' camp in the forest. Harry dropped the Resurrection Stone in the Forbidden Forest, when the stone was pressed into the earth and would never be found again, suggesting that Harry was the last one to use that Deathly Hallow.